Welcome to the Integrative Wellness Podcast. And I'm Sheila Z. Stirling, your host. And today we are honored and we have an extraordinary guest. It's Philip Wilson, and he probably knows more about infrared frequency than anybody I know. And today we're going to be talking about the Far Infrared Sauna, Relax Sauna, which in my personal opinion is the very best sauna in the whole wide world. So thank you so much, Philip, for being here. We're honored to have you, and you have the floor.
Well, thank you, thank you. I'm excited to be giving this presentation and educating people about far infrared energy, and then specifically about the relaxed far infrared sauna that I've been using for the last 23 years and promoting. Now, the history of far infrared energy is sort of interesting. First, we know that um, Tesla and Emerson both said that the future of medicine is in energy medicine, in light, in invisible light frequencies, and of course, I won't say invisible sound. I'll say inaudible sound, because sound is already invisible. But there's sound we cannot hear, and there's light that we cannot see with our limited um, the human body is inadequate for seeing all the vibrations. Dogs can smell a lot better than us. Snakes can see far infrared energy. Uh, that's how they catch their prey at night. Frogs, whatever. We as humans, as mammals, as birds as well, we are far infrared light beings. We see, we generate far infrared light. Like Daniel Brinkley, one of my good friends and heroes, has said, we are spiritual light beings, but we are also far infrared light beings. We shine invisible far infrared light. Now, water also is a far infrared molecule. And the secret of the success and therapeutic value of far infrared saunas is its relationship with water. Far infrared energy is the only frequency that has the kind of relationship with water that makes water vibrate. And when you get the water molecules in your body to vibrate, according to Dr. Toshika Yamasaki, who wrote the book, The Science of Far Infrared Therapy, she said that upon application of the 7 to 14 micron frequency of far infrared ray energy, the water molecules in your body will start to vibrate. Now, water usually clumps, and so there's many kind of water machines, etc., that restructure the water to get it to not clump. But because it clumps, and because Dr. Yamasaki is pointing out that the water molecules, the ionic bonds are going to be weakened, this means that the trapped poisonous gases, toxic gases in the body are going to be released by getting the water molecules to vibrate and weakening the bonds, and they will also release heavy metals in the body that are trapped. Um, the the far infrared energy emulsifies fats, and fats usually also hold the heavy metals in to protect you from them, and so these also get vibrated out, so they get released from the body. Now, Hippocrates has mentioned many times, at least once, that's my humor, at least once, that if he can get you to get a fever, that's raising body temperature, that's all, raising body temperature a couple degrees, then he can cure any disease, any disease. That's profound. And so when you get a fever, this is exciting because it's an opportunity to detox, to cleanse your body, to purify your body. Purification is one of my favorite words. I love the word purify because it means that the dross, all the gunk, emotional and mental and physical, can be released from the body. Now, it's becoming common knowledge among those who know that all diseases are caused by, way back, Tilden wrote a book in, I think, 1931 or so, John Tilden, saying all disease is caused by toxemia. And Hulder Clark points out that cancer is actually caused by a pairing of a parasite, the I forget, it's in the liver, the whatever it's called. There's a name for it. I think I forget what it was, but I know it well. And a toxin, which is isopropyl alcohol. It's a liver fluke, the liver fluke and the isopropyl. And lately, I've been reading a lot about that it's the pairing of a toxin and a parasite that causes all diseases. And so it's exciting that what the relaxed sauna does is, because the water molecules are being pulsated, and if you can think of your body and all the water molecules are vibrating, just think of, your high school days when there's 100 people in a small room dancing, or even in your days in your 60s and 50s or whatever. Whenever there's a small room and people are dancing in it, it's going to get hot, very hot. And so your body temperature is going to rise. And then Hippocrates says, bingo, I've done it. We've accomplished the fact. It's a fait accompli. I can cure you of any disease, because when you raise your body temperature, we've already seen it's going to detox the body, but it will also increase circulation. And when you go into a far infrared ray energy, they've determined there's like 100, 200, 300 studies on far infrared saunas, and you will increase circulation and lower blood pressure. You will flood the body with oxygen, and the oxygen will kill the anaerobic bacteria and parasites to a degree. But the most exciting thing about what far infrared energy does in the relaxed sauna, more so, and I will be explaining this, is that the parasympathetic nervous system will be activated. It will be, like you'll get super relaxed, you'll get super tuned in, super grounded, and you'll feel in the relaxed sauna, you'll actually feel like your grandma's giving you a big, big, warm, loving hug. And I tell people, I've been at over 500 expos in the last 22 years since I've been promoting and using the relaxed far infrared sauna. And I was using another sauna, a portable sauna, before that. But in using the sauna and demonstrating at all these conferences, I tell people it feels like your grandma's giving you a big, warm, loving hug. And I say that within the first minute or two you experience this. And another thing that I tell people, this is my hook to get you in. It also feels like you're basking in divine love, a lot of people say. But the second thing is that the relaxed sauna is very unique as a sauna. It's actually, you could call it a home sweater or energy medicine device. It's energy medicine at its finest. In reality, it's not really a sauna, and I'll go into that. But in 5 to 7 minutes in the relaxed sauna, you will absolutely experience a reduction in stress and pain. 50%, 100% of your pain will be gone without sweating, with your clothes on, in 5 to 7 minutes. And no other portable sauna or wooden infrared sauna can accomplish this. And this is why many people who've had $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 wooden saunas that take 20 to 40 minutes to preheat get the relaxed sauna for their home and their office as an upgrade. In other words, the technologically advanced relaxed far infrared sauna is far superior to any other sauna you will find on the marketplace. Way back about 18, 19 years ago, I remember someone had bought a sauna, and then the next day I was getting these nasty letters, is I saw your sauna for $300 on Amazon. And no, that's not the relaxed sauna. That's an Amazon sauna. And I had a very high quality Amazon type sauna for a year before I ever used the relaxed sauna. And it had one of those camping chairs in that was not comfortable. I just took it out, sat on the floor, and it took me 18 minutes to start sweating. It took me 55 minutes before I felt, excuse me, like I had a good sweat. I got a call a year after I was using the relax that other sauna for a year, and I loved it. I loved it. I used it almost every day, not every day because it took so long, but I got a call from the relax sauna company in Taiwan, and they explained that they have they use semiconductor chips, and this is an advanced technology that they use to create the exact frequency of 4 to 14 or 7 to 14 micron frequency, the same frequency that Dr. Yamasaki talks about. I didn't realize at the time that they were saying to me, all of the frequency was this, not just part of it. So they give you 100% 7 to 14 micron frequency. Now, we sent the relaxed sauna to Polytechnic University in LA, and they did a 60-minute, test on the sauna. And for those exact 60 minutes, we were always between 7 and 14 microns. Now, we then sent, 6 months later, we sent the relaxed sauna. We sent a $13 sauna, $1,300 sauna that pretended to be us, and we sent a $300 Amazon sauna to Harvard MIT Science and Technology Lab. And they told us, they gave us a report and said, yes, your complete frequency that your relaxed sauna is generating is all between 7 and 14 microns. Yes, absolutely. The other two saunas, we tested their frequency, and it was between 1.2 and 6 microns for the sauna, the $1,300 portable sauna pretending to be us. And the Amazon sauna was 0.95 to 1.32, 100% near infrared ray. Now, what is near infrared? What is ultraviolet? What is mid infrared? The $1,300 sauna was 55% near, 37% far, and 37% mid, 8% far. We're 100% far. Now the near infrared penetrates. Near infrared is known to be good for the skin. Right now, there's a fad. Every time you go out the door, someone is talking about red light. No matter where I go to the grocery store, they're saying, "Did you hear about red light?" Actually, this isn't really true, but it's almost like wherever I go. I went to a conference on cryotherapy, and it seemed like there were 12 red light booths.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. And this other conference I went to last week, and there were about 4 or 5. It's like red light, red light, red light, and near infrared, they toss them in together. There's a book by Ari Whitten, an excellent book on red light therapy and near infrared. And now what people don't understand is that energy medicine has a lot of good things. Now, Ari Whitten incidentally interviewed a representative of the relaxed sauna, and he's the one that wrote the book. And he gave us 10, 20, 30 questions to answer about why the relaxed sauna. And after trying it, he finally was convinced the relaxed sauna was the primo sauna. I think he sold over 100 saunas with that 30, 45-minute interview. That was about 6 months to a year ago. So just because you're promoting red light doesn't mean you don't need far infrared light. Now, we go to many conferences. They have ozone, they have hyperbaric oxygen, you have PEMF machine, pulsed electromagnetic frequency machines, you have microcurrent technology, you have red light, you have near infrared lasers. That's different than near infrared lights. And I'm sure there's 2 or 3 new things. You have the vibration plates, all sorts of things. I tell people, if that's your Batman, we are your Robin. We will make your Batman far superior than Batman alone because we do that extra. We do that extra 10%. And we had a lady who was selling microcurrent technology come to our booth about a year and a half ago, sent her partner over. Her partner had cancer 5 years previously. And she said, my whole system, after about 8 minutes, started rebuilding itself to repair from the cancer. She said, we need this, as her partner said, in our clinic to supplement our microcurrent technology because this is going to fill in the missing blanks. This the we are your Robin. That's that's I should have it at our booth. If you have an energy medicine device in your home, we are your Robin. You are Batman. We are your Robin. We can make you your yes, your device can work better because the only device, the only frequency that raises body temperature and affects the water molecule. This world is a water world. The oceans are 79% of the world. Water is 70, the cells of our body, 79% of them are water. Gerald Pollack says that 99%, he wrote the book, Fourth Phase of Water. I think I'm finally getting this cough, this stuff out. The 99% of our body actually is water, even though 79% of our cells. And that's why the vibration of water is 8 microns. And the human being, mammals, and birds, we're almost all water with a little bit of minerals mixed in. We vibrate at 9.4 microns. So that's now 9.4 microns. How big, how small is that? Well, take the diameter of a human hair and divide it by 5, and you have the frequency of human energy. Divide it by 6, and you have the frequency of water. Take the frequency, the wavelength of red, and multiply it by 10, and then you have the frequency of water. Multiply it by 12, you have the frequency of our body. So they're very, very tiny, but seeable. 1/5 the diameter of a human hair is the vibration rate that we do. Now, near infrared, on the other hand, is way, way, way low. It's 0.76 to 2 microns. It has no, and red light is like 0.65 to 0.76 or something like that. It cannot have an effect on the water in our body. The near infrared, the red light affect the skin. They're photonic. We have photonic centers in our body that are receptive to it. They work with the proteins. The far infrared light works with the water. Anyone who says far infrared doesn't do whatever and near infrared does is just puppeting what they were told 6, 7, 8 years ago, which has no truth in it. The classic book on far infrared ray was written by Dr. Sherry Rogers in the classic book, Detoxify or Die, published in 2001, I believe, maybe 2002. In the late 1990s, this environmental medical doctor, Dr. Sherry Rogers, people were left to dead by the medical establishment with multi-chemical sensitivities and environmental concerns, would be led to the door of her office, and she would use far infrared, wood and infrared saunas on them, and she would bring them back to health. Oh. They could function adequately and quite well in this world. Her book spawned the industry of far infrared saunas. Now, this one man had 2017, I don't know his name, but he put a big article, a big publication on reddit.com saying cold showers and far infrared saunas, what a great combination. The relaxed sauna is the one that I choose and the others don't work. And I'd like to say the portable $200 saunas and the $500 portable sauna on Amazon will do what the research on far infrared saunas, and there's PubMed.com. There's hundreds of articles of what. There's a book called Infrared Illuminated by Ariel Ariel Callista Miller. That's on our website, relaxsaunas.com. And by the way, if you're watching this interview, and we're promoting the show that Sheila Stirling is promoting. We've been at it the last couple of years. It's the Integrative Wellness Expo. If you go to the website relaxsaunas.com and you decide to order a relax sauna, there's a discount coupon that you can use, and that's now the conference is called the Integrative Wellness Expo. So we're using the code IWE. Isn't that creative? I thought so. But the code is IWE25 because the year is 2025. I thought that was quite amazing to create that code. But anyway, if you go to the website and once you go and you order a sauna, it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's a relaxed sauna. There's a couple model. And then when you go to the checkout, then there's a place for the discount code. You put an IWE25 and you'll get $100 off. And you also get the 30-day money-back guarantee. At any rate, when the guy on Reddit.com, he tested a $300 portable sauna. He tested it minute by minute, the body temperature, the inside temperature, the sauna, and everything. The body temperature raised 0.5 degrees only in 25 minutes. What a disappointment to him, because that's not enough. But worse, the heart rate variability of the body did not increase at all. And he said, well, the benefits of far infrared saunas is the fact that the heart rate variability, called HRV, will significantly increase after using the sauna. That's the golden, right, that's the golden means in measuring the therapeutic value of a sauna. How much will increase heart rate variability? So he got the $500 sauna, reputed to be one of the best on Amazon, same results. So then he got the relaxed sauna. Relaxed sauna increased body temperature 2.9 degrees in 25 minutes. Most people usually report it increased at 3.2 degrees, but for him it increased 2.9. But he was shocked and pleasantly surprised. The heart rate variability increase using the relaxed sauna was significantly more than the research on far infrared sauna said it would be. He said, oh my God. I mean, he was quite impressed. He was writing up the report. Now, and as I said, when we sent the relaxed sauna and the two other portable saunas to Harvard MIT Science and Technology Lab, they reported to us that the relaxed sauna, the intensity of the penetration was 3.5 times and 4.5 times more than the other saunas.
Yeah, they're just the best.
Yeah.
They really are the best. Yeah, I love mine. I have one and I love it. 5 minutes, so you can get in it fully clothed. You don't have to sweat, but what it does for your health and your wellness, or even at night, if you feel a little chilled, you don't feel right, you get in that thing for 5 minutes and it makes a huge difference in the way you feel. So
we have a doctor in LA about 10 years ago. This is way before COVID. He said the relaxed sauna will always nip a cold and a flu in the bud. Once you find it starts to come on, you get in the sauna and boom, you're a new woman or a new man. But if you're a man, you may not look like Paul Newman, but you'll be a new man.
right. Well, that's wonderful. But we're so excited. And thank you for coming aboard.
Oh,
And
I'm not even close to finished.
okay.
No, I'm not. I've got another 10 minutes, I think.
Okay, go ahead. We love that.
Yeah, I need another 10 minutes
Okay.
I got to give you the punchline.
Okay, I want the punchline.
Okay. But basically, I haven't even told any stories, and
I know you have a lot of them.
yeah, I mean, I just got a little video of the relaxed sauna being at a major league ballpark, a baseball bullpen.
Oh, wow.
One of the baseball teams is using the relaxed sauna in their bullpen. And the Dodgers have been using it. The Los Angeles Dodgers have been using it for the last 3 years. And when they were in the National League Championships, they called us up and said, "Hey, we need two saunas sent next to air to Citi Field, and so we can have a sauna there." And I have a picture of one of the players in the sauna at Citi Field. So if you're an athlete and you want to increase performance, and we've had three tests, one with standing broad jump, one with how far can you jump, and another with hitting golf balls. And at all three examples, significant, like 10% increase in golf ball distance, 20 golf balls, 7 iron, sit in the sauna for 7 minutes, golf again, 10% more, jump 3 times, test how far you can jump, get in the sauna for relaxed sauna for 7 minutes, jump again 1 to 3 to 5 inches higher. Standing broad jump, the guy was either doing 7 feet or 8 feet, I'm not sure, but he was able to increase it 6 inches after being in the relaxed sauna. And we have hundreds and thousands of athletes using the relaxed sauna saying, "Oh my God," for recovering, from preventing injury, for performance. Then we go into the, like there's three sections. There's the athletes, there's the people who are sick, people with Lyme disease. We've got our YouTube channel. You just go to YouTube and put in relaxed sauna testimonials. And people, what's one guy with a sciatica pain? Uh, uh, 7 to 8 pain, 6.5 weeks constant. Maybe it would go down to 5. You'd be able to sleep for a couple hours. He gets in the sauna for 10, 15 minutes. He actually gets in and lets himself sweat. No pain, absolutely gone after 6.5 weeks of constant pain. He said, if I was a multimillionaire, I would buy these for every old age home that I could find.
Yeah.
And we had a lady, her elbow pain for a year, and she's the partner of a very well-known holistic doctor who has access to all the other energy medicine devices, and nothing was able to get rid of her elbow pain. One session in the relaxed sauna and in her hotel room during the autism conference about 4 or 5 years ago, and her pain was gone. We had a lady, heavy metal toxicity, in 2007. We've been doing this for a long time. Her blood reports for 2.5 years on mercury and lead, way off the charts. One month in the relaxed sauna. I suppose more importantly, her cellulite was reduced a lot, 37%. Her skin was no longer dry, it looked bright, but her heavy metal report, oh, by the way, came back normal for the first time in 2.5 years. And I could go on and on with, Lyme disease. We have about 20 video testimonies on Lyme, people whose symptoms have abated or gone away pretty much through using the relaxed sauna. See, again, you want to raise body temperature. There's a hospital called St. George Hospital in Germany. And if you raise the body temperature so much, you'll kill all the parasites and all the bad stuff in your body. But if you raise the body 3 more degrees, the body will die, and that defeats the whole purpose. So they have very sophisticated equipment. But hyperthermia is what, there's also a place in I think Loveland, Colorado, where they do fever bath therapy. Again, it's raising the body temperature so the gunk can be, like you're just cleansing. It's like a washing machine. A washing machine, the water goes in and cleanses every fiber of the clothes. And the far infrared light goes through our body. Yes, it penetrates the body and cleanses every cell. The far infrared energy is when you go out into the hot sun on a cold day, on a hot day, close your eyes, you feel that searing warmth to the bone, to the core of your being. That's far infrared light. That gives a plant, according to Gerald Hollick, the power to move and to bend. That's the light that goes to the sand, resonates with the water in turtle eggs, and activates a turtle egg embryo to grow into a turtle. Far infrared is the loving light of the sun. It does feel warm. It's absorbed by the body because it's the same vibration. Near infrared and red light penetrate 1 to 2 millimeters. They don't work with the water. They're good. A friend of mine, 95% of the time, the relaxed sauna took care of her pain. And once she went into a 30,000 red light bed, and it got rid of her pain. So red light does have its place. $100 red light machines aren't going to do much. A lot of saunas add it to it, and they say, I'm a full spectrum sauna. Well, gee, it's too bad. Why don't you do 100% far infrared light? Because that's the frequency that's going to
Gonna do it.
detoxify you. And
Right.
they're thinking that full spectrum is, quote, better. Sounds great. I mean, I've been using full spectrum light bulbs all my, for 40 years after reading Health and Light by John Ott. And, but the full spectrum infrared is sort of like a misnomer. It means sort of like the same thing natural means. It means it doesn't mean anything because oil is natural, but far infrared is the same as infrared. And there's just so much I could say. There's if you could be a fly in the wall and hear all the things people have told me when they go into the sauna for 5 to 7 minutes only, and I mean just last weekend, the ladies, all her pain was gone, all her joint pain was gone. And this,
Amazing.
if you want to sleep better,
Yeah.
uh, this is if you increase the body temperature 1 degree, it's going to basically um, help you absorb nutrients 20%. So when you go into the sauna, even for 5 6 minutes, 5 10 minutes, you're going to increase the body temperature a half degree, and that's going to have a phenomenal effect. The exciting thing is I'm finishing up real soon because I don't want to go over you know 40 minutes or so. We're probably about 30 right now. At any rate, the relaxed sauna, and again, uh, the Mayo Clinic says their heart patients, they recommend far infrared saunas, 2004. But they also say if you are a heart patient, do not go into a hot tub, do
Yeah.
not go into a Finnish sauna. Why? Because the heart will then have to race to find an equilibrium.
Yeah.
With a far infrared sauna, you're raising body temperature so the heart doesn't have to find an equilibrium between the inside and the outside temperatures.
Yeah, so it's very good for the heart, whereas some of the other devices and some of the other saunas aren't. And especially, I know there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, well, I have a hot tub." I'm like, "Don't, you just had heart surgery. Do not get near that hot water. It's not cardiovascularly, it's not going to be good for you." But the far infrared sauna is.
Now, anyone who does have any kind of surgery,
Yeah.
the relaxed sauna and far infrared saunas in general, the relaxed sauna specifically, I mean, your healing will, you can cut in half the time of healing. If the doctor says, oh, it should take 8 weeks, or 16 weeks, you can in half the time using the
Sorry.
relaxed sauna. That's why we're excited about the potential for athletes to heal from injuries because that's big money. Dogs, cats, babies, kids with autism, all just love the relaxed sauna. It's really very helpful for depression, anxiety. See, because when you activate the parasympathetic with the relaxed sauna, you get outside of time. And I have a really nice definition of pain. Want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay. It's profound. It's the awareness of time. Have you ever hurried?
Yeah.
Have you ever worried?
Sometimes.
Have you ever waited?
Yes.
All those are very subtly, extremely painful activities involving time. And there's a book I read about 50 years ago called The Talons of Time. So if you can picture that, time has talons. It can just tear you asunder. And in the book, the evil ones, you know what the evil ones were called? You'll get a kick out of this. The time makers.
Oh, yeah.
So when the parasympathetic is activated by the relaxed sauna, you get into this now. And that's when true healing takes place, when the caffeine mind, nervous mind gets out of the way and you can just be. And then your mitochondria can now start creating real energy. There's a detox specialist in Las Vegas, and she got a relaxed sauna after having that $1,300 sauna. And she said, oh, that's the best one. She got in the relaxed sauna. Oh my. She bought it and she threw away her other one and she threw away her higher dose blanket because the relaxed sauna left her detoxified and revitalized, and the other one sort of drained her. And that she felt was really, really important. And she says not all saunas are alike. Before you buy a far infrared sauna, just ask, how much far infrared ray energy do you have between 7 and 14 microns, as described by Dr. Yamasaki in her book, The Science of Far Infrared Therapy? And they probably can't tell you. They probably can't tell you how much near or how much mid. And it's I think it's a $40,000 machine that can test it. But usually what they do on Amazon, they say, here's all the research on far infrared saunas. Wow, wow. Here's my sauna. It's like, and then you buy it and say, well, how come it doesn't work like the relaxed sauna that I did at a conference? It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel loving. It's got all this harsh light and not all soft. Well, it turns out that um, the Amazon saunas, uh, they don't have all of the correct energy. They all have different doses. It's like, suppose I'm promoting B12 as a great energy vitamin, and I'm selling you a B complex. And after extolling the values of B12, I sell you a B complex, you get it home, it arrives, and there's hardly any B12 in it. And that's what you find. These infrared saunas have very little far infrared ray. I don't know how much the wooden ones have, 20 to 50%, but I would say take any $8,000 wooden sauna, the best, that there is, and the relaxed sauna is worth it's 3 times more therapeutic, and the relaxed sauna is worth $20,000, but we sell it for $1,700 and $2,300 if you want the black deluxe tent issue. So anyway, that's a small summary of what I've been doing for the last 23 years. I use the relaxed sauna 20 minutes every morning. I use it 10 minutes at night before I go to bed, maybe 2, 3 times a week. I just interviewed a lady who bought a sauna from us in Las Vegas about 5 years ago, and she said she had really health problems, and the sauna fixed her all up. But she uses it 20 minutes at night and 10 minutes in the morning. So you can find your own rhythm. You've heard about that great Finnish study on saunas for 20 years. Those who use the sauna 4 to 7 times a week, they live 10, 20 years longer than those who only used it once a week. And they also, in the Finnish study, pointed out that pregnant women had a lot of benefits to
Oh,
use the
really?
sauna, because I've been saying this for years. But to keep basically balanced about it, I say no company wants to be accused of causing a miscarriage. So and the relaxed sauna won't do that. But you just do it gingerly. And because one lady came to me the first year I was selling the sauna. She said, I used a relaxed sauna throughout my whole pregnancy. Baby came out really clean, unbelievable. So I just assumed there was never a problem. But then, when you walk around in the world and you watch the TV advertisements, and it says the only thing safe for a pregnant woman to do is to sit on her bed and twiddle her thumbs. But I just there's a lady who actually worked my booth in Dallas a couple of weeks ago. She was about 8 3/4 months pregnant, or 9 months pregnant, and she was working my booth, and she says, I use a sauna all the time. So to each your own. Just don't be fooled by fear, but don't be reckless. Don't if you've never used a sauna before, don't go in for 20 minutes. Do it gingerly. But at any rate, for those who want to feel their best, you come home we were in Philadelphia, and this is one of my last stories. The lady had just run a marathon. She got in the sauna, and wow. And then she was pulling people in the oils out of the aisles and going to the sauna. She gave me an interview, but she says, I have my day back. I have my day back. And so when you come home, a hard day of plumbing or whatever you do, or office work, or you come home and you just do it for 5 to 7 minutes with your clothes on, and you're refreshed, and you have your evening free. Or if you want, do a 20-minute sweat. There's Joe Rogan, Rhonda Patrick, and Andrew Huberman all talk about the benefits of the wood and Finnish saunas, and how they can create heat shock proteins. And they say that the wood and infrared saunas can't. Yeah, but the relaxed sauna can. the relaxed sauna at 140, 150 degrees. It can outdo any finish at 212 degrees for those intense athletes. The relaxed sauna can do at 140, 150 degrees, can be more effective in creating heat shock proteins. Why? And this is the crucial thing. We use semiconductor chips. They're made in Taiwan. Taiwan makes 94%. And the semiconductor chip, it took 10 years for the relaxed sauna company in Taiwan to figure out how to do this. They take electricity and filter out and only give you the pure far infrared loving light between 7 and 14 microns. And that's the difference maker. So before you order a sauna, ask how much far infrared does your sauna have? And a lot of them, they can't tell you. And don't believe anyone who says near infrared will do this and far infrared will not,
They're two
because
different things. Yeah.
it's not
Not the same.
it's just propaganda. It's a marketing ploy. It's not true. Check out the classic book by Dr. Sherry Rogers. We also have two other books on our website. Gastro Girl, about a woman who'd been using far infrared saunas, wooden ones, for 10 years. Just walked by our booth all the time. Just turned her nose. And then one day she got in it, and oh my gosh, in 3 minutes she could tell the difference. It's the soft, loving light generated by the far infrared 7 to 14 micron, absorbed into your body, penetrating your body, getting the water molecules to vibrate, and cleansing and purifying your body and making you feel like wonderful, truly wonderful, like you're being loved and hugged or basking in divine love. And I want to give a plug for your show. It's at the Ahern Hotel on May 17th, 18th, a Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 5 both days. That's in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's where I happen to live for the last 6.5 years. I was in Columbus, Ohio for 50 years. And it's the Integrative Wellness Expo Conference. And we will be there at
Yes.
booth 101, 102. The relaxed sauna will be there. You can try it there for 5 to 7 minutes. But if you buy it before, because the relaxed sauna treatment is worth at least $50. So if you buy it now and don't wait a month, you'll have $1,500 worth of services for free, because it's worth $50 a day. So go to the website relaxsaunas.com and use the special discount code IWE, Integrative Wellness Expo, IWE25 at the checkout, and you'll save $100. And then come to the booth. If you ordered it, if you're local and you can make it, come to the booth. We'll give you a special gift as well.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. We're so honored to have you. Thank you for the education. It's wonderful to know more about it. And you're also going to be a speaker on that weekend, and we're going to be so happy to have you. And so thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful day. Huh?
I have an email. They can email me at Phil, PHIL, at relaxsaunas with an S.com, relaxsaunas.com.
Okay, that's right. And they can also go to IW Vegas and leave a comment or get in touch with us there as well. So we got it all covered.
Now, by the way, the last thing I wanted to mention, the relaxed sauna can transform your house into a home. You know why?
Why?
Because where there's a home, there's a hearth, a place of warmth.
That's right. Oh, very good. Well, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you in just a little while, huh? But you
In
have,
a little while.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
1 month.
yeah, that's right. So have a wonderful day. And thank you so much, Phil. We'll say goodbye
Thanks,
for
Sheila.
now. Bye-bye.